Dear children, good morning to all. Today our lesson is our environment. Environment means our surroundings. Children, now we will see the introduction. Environment is everything that is around us. What is environment? Environment is everything that is around us. There are two types of environment. They are physical environment and biological environment. Children, how many types of environment? What are they? There are two types of environment. They are physical environment and biological environment. Physical environment. Physical environment includes all non-living things like land, water and air. Next, biological environment. Biological environment includes the living things such as plants and animals. Natural environment has lot of economic values. Plants and animals in our environment are useful to us in a number of ways. Animals like cow, buffalo and goat give us milk. Children, what are the animals give us milk? Cow, buffalo and goat give us milk. Some animals are used for transportation. These animals are raised in farms. Children, in this lesson we will learn about dairy farm, poultry farm, apiculture, manures and vermicompost. Now we will see the farms. Farming is the activity of growing crops and raising livestock. Children, what is farming? Farming is the activity of growing crops and raising livestock. It is a part of agriculture. Agriculture is the cultivation of land and breeding of animals and plants to provide food, fiber, woods and medicinal plants to sustain and enhance life. But farming is more profitable than agriculture. So it is done on a commercial scale. An area of land with fields and buildings that is devoted primarily to growing crops or raising domestic animals or both as a business is called farm. Children, what is farm? An area of land with fields and buildings that is devoted primarily to growing crops or raising domestic animals or both as a business is called farm. Large scale farms grow one or two major crops or animals. Middle sized and small sized farms grow different types of crops and animals.
Dairy farm. What is dairy farm? A farm that produces milk or milk products is called dairy farm. Dairy farming is a type of agriculture that focuses on extraction of milk and preparation of various milk products like cheese, butter, curd, etc. High milk producing cows along with bulls and oxen are raised in commercial dairy farms. Other animals found in these farms include goats, sheep and camels. Do you know, children, District Livestock Farm in Hosur, Krishnagiri district of Tamil Nadu, is the biggest cattle farm in Asia. Total area of this farm is 1641 acres. Now, let us see cattle breeds. What is cattle breeds? The production of animals is called cattle breeds. In India, there are 26 cattle breeds. They are domesticated for milk, agriculture work, transportation and many other needs. Gir, Sahiwal, Red Sindhi, Gangayam and Anglo are some of the cattle breeds found in India. Apart from these animals, buffaloes are also domesticated in India. There are 7 buffalo breeds in India. Buffaloes produce more amount of milk than cows. Buffalo milk has more nutrients than cow's milk. Murrah, Zafaribadi, Badavari and Sruti are the buffalo breeds that are found in India. India is the biggest buffalo milk producer in the world. Some of the buffalo breeds found in our country. Next topic is feeding. Cattle need nutritious feed in order to be healthy and to produce high milk yield. The cattle feed includes roughage and concentrates. The roughage contains high amount of fiber and it includes fodder. What is the meaning for the fodder? Animal food like hay, straw and silage. Concentrates include broken grams, cereals, millets, rice polish, cotton seeds and oil cakes. Apart from this food, cattle need an adequate amount of fresh water. Now we will see the diseases. Foot and mouth disease and anthrax are some of the common diseases found among cattle. Maintaining proper sanitation is necessary to stop the spread of these diseases. Timely vaccination can prevent most of the diseases. Veterinary medicine deals with the prevention, diagnosis and treatment of disease, disorder and injury for domestic and non-domestic animals. Now, we will see the uses. Cattle are useful to us in a number of ways. Some of them are listed below. First one, we get milk from cows. Cow's milk contains essential minerals needed for us. Second point, bullocks are used to plow land, harvest and thrash crops. Third one, cattle are employed in transportation. Fourth point, cattle dung is used as manure. It is also used as fuel and for generation of biogas. Panchagavya is an Ayurvedic medicine used in agriculture to control pests and fungi. It is a mixture of dung and urine of cows, fresh milk, curd, jaggery and ghee. Poultry farms. In poultry farms, avian species are reared and bred for the purpose of egg, meat or both. Fowls, ducks, geese, turkeys and some varieties of pigeon are the most commonly reared species. Chicken occupy 90% of the total poultry. Poultry birds grown for meat are called broilers. What are called broilers? Poultry birds grown for meat are called broilers. Layers are the female fowls grown for egg production. The poultry industry is important in providing a balanced diet for human population. Proper management of poultry includes methods of hatching, rearing, housing, sanitation, prevention of diseases and a sound marketing system. In Tamil Nadu, famous poultry farms are found in places like Namakkal, Palladam and Chennai. Name 3 famous poultry farms in Tamil Nadu. Namakkal, Palladam and Chennai. Next topic is breeds. There are more than 100 breeds of fowls. Fowls are classified on the basis of their utility to man. They are meat type, that is broiler. Egg type means egg layers, and dual type. There are 3 types. Okay, now we will see their types. Asal, Chittagong, Gagas, Busra, Brahma and Cochin are some of the breeds found in our country. Local and indigenous birds are reared in rural places. Rural means village type. Traditionally, these birds have a poor meat production capacity compared to commercial broilers and layers. Broiler birds means white leghorns. They are producing meat and eggs also. But meat and eggs from this type of poultry is better than other commercial poultry. Next topic is feeding. Poultry birds need proteins, carbohydrates, fats, minerals and vitamins for egg and meat production. Bajra, barley, maize, wheat, rice bran, zower, oil cake, fish meal, bread and green residues of vegetables are the feed given to the poultry birds. Next topic is poultry products. Poultry birds benefit us in many ways. For example, egg, meat and manure are the three main benefits we get from them. Here them refers to the poultry products. Now we will see some points. First point, poultry birds are good source of nutritive food. Eggs laid by them are rich source of protein. These are easily digestible. They contain minerals like calcium, potassium and iron, vitamins and a moderate amount of fat. Their feathers are used for making pillows and quilts. Dropping of the poultry birds is used as manure. It is highly valuable for crops. It is used for growing crops. Now we will discuss poultry diseases. In poultry, animals are not cared or fed properly. They suffer from a number of diseases. Poultry birds affected by virus suffer from fever and diarrhea. Fowl cholera is caused in them by bacteria. Overexposure to wet and cold conditions causes cramps in poultry birds. Poultry birds are affected by internal parasites like roundworm and tapeworm. They are also affected by external parasites like fleas, lice, ticks, etc. Now we will discuss about the poultry management. Poultry birds need a clean environment. The following measures should be taken in order to avoid diseases. Poultry houses should be clean and disinfected. It should have windows for ventilation. Light is essential for high egg production. Poultry birds need clean and fresh water. Timely vaccination is necessary to prevent diseases.
Apiculture. What is known as apiculture? Rearing of honeybee for honey is known as apiculture. It is also called beekeeping. In this technique, honeybees are reared in a specially designed wooden box. Honeybees have been very closely associated with human science ancient times. Various products like honey and wax are obtained from honeybees. Earlier, honey is extracted from the hives in the forest. Nowadays, they are domesticated by farmers to produce honey. Beekeeping is a profitable rural based industry. Honeybees are social insects. The nest of honeybees is known as the beehive. They live in colonies and show division of labor. Types of honeybee. 3 types of honeybee are found in a colony. They are queen bee, the drones and the worker bees. Students, can you say 3 types of honeybee? Yes, queen bee, drones and worker bees. First one, queen bee. The queen bee is the largest member of the bee colony. There is only one queen bee and it is the fertile female of the colony. They are formed from fertile eggs. The queen is responsible for laying eggs in a colony. It lays about 2000 eggs per day. The lifespan of the queen bee is 3 to 4 years. Student, how many eggs does the queen bee lay? The queen bee lays about 2000 eggs per day. Drones. Drones are the fertile males. They develop from unfertilized eggs. They are larger than the workers and smaller than the queens. Their main function is to fertilize the eggs produced by the queen. They also help in maintenance of high temperature. The number of drones in a colony amounts to hundreds and sometimes thousands. The normal lifespan of a drone is 57 days. Student, what is the normal lifespan of a drone? The normal lifespan of a drone is 57 days. Next one, worker bees. These are sterile female bees and the smallest members of the colony. These bees are very active. Their function is to collect honey, look after the young ones, clean the comb, defend the hive and maintain the temperature of the beehive. Lifespan of worker bee is 6 weeks. Students, do you know one queen bee has to fly 90,000 miles 3 times around the globe to make 1 pound of honey. Honeybee can fly up to 6 miles and as fast as 50 miles per hour. Next topic, useful products from honeybees. Honey and bee wax are obtained from honeybees. Other products which are obtained from bees are bee venom, propolis and royal jelly. Students, do you know honey is the exciting source of natural sweet? It is also called as liquid gold. Honey. Honey is a sweet, viscous, edible, natural food product. It contains proteins, free amino acids, vitamins and minerals like calcium, iron, phosphorus and magnesium. The following are the uses of honeybees. The first one is honey has an antiseptic and antibacterial property. It is an antibiotic. It helps in building up hemoglobin content in the blood. It helps in building up hemoglobin content in the blood. It is used in Ayurvedic and Unani system of medicines. It prevents cough, cold, fever and releases sore throat. It enhances digestion and appetite. It provides essential amino acids required for the growth of the body. Bee wax. Bee wax is secreted by the wax glands of worker bee to construct the combs of beehive. Some of the uses of bee wax are given below. It is widely used in cosmetic industry. The vaccine is used in the preparation of shoe polish and manufacture of cold creams, lipsticks, candles and lubricates.
Manure. What is manure? Animal dung used for fertilizing land. So it is called manure. Manure is an organic matter used as fertilizer. What is fertilizer? Fertilizer is any material of natural or synthetic origin that is appeal to soil or to plant tissues to supply one or more plant nutrients essential to the growth of plants. Okay children, now we will see the types of manure. Animal manure, green manure and compost manure are the different types of manures. Children, can you say types of manure? Animal manure, green manure and compost manure are the different types of manures. Okay children, now we will discuss one by one. First one is animal manure. A common form of animal manure is the farmyard manure. It contains the feces and urine of different livestock like horses, cattle, pigs, sheep, chickens, turkey and rabbits. It contains nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. It increases the capacity of soil to hold more water and nutrients. Children, can you say some nutrients? Nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. These are the important for the plant growth. Can you understand? The next type is green manure. This is a manure obtained by decomposition of green leaves, twigs of trees, shrubs and herbs. Leguminous plants like clover are used for this purpose. Plowed in the soil. These plants are plowed in the soil. They fix nitrogen in the root of the plants. They also help in suppression of weeds and prevention of soil erosion. Can you understand about the green manure, cuties? Okay, next topic is compost. It is the third type of manure. Compost is obtained by decomposition of organic matter like crop residues, animal waste and food waste by various microorganisms like bacteria and fungi under controlled conditions. What are microorganisms? Bacteria and fungi. These are the example for the microorganisms. These microorganisms break down organic matter into simpler substances. What is the function of the microorganisms? They break down organic matter into simpler substances.
Vermiculture. What is vermiculture? The cultivation of earthworms, especially in order to use them to convert organic waste into fertilizer. Vermiculture or vermicomposting is a method of transforming organic waste such as waste papers, leaves, pieces of woods, etc. into a nutrient-rich fertilizer using earthworms. It is a healthy and clean way to eliminate waste going into our landfills. It keeps the environment clean. Earthworms eat the organic waste and excrete it in the form of castings. This is known as vermicompost. Students, what is known as vermicompost? Earthworms eat the organic waste and excrete it in the form of castings. This is known as vermicompost. It is used as fertilizer for the soil and it improves the properties of the soil. Okay students, now we will see the materials used for vermicomposting. Organic matters which are biologically degradable are used in vermicomposting. Some of them are given below. Crop residues like rice straw, rice husk, tea waste and tobacco waste. Fruits and vegetable waste. Animal waste like cattle dung, poultry droppings and droppings of goat and sheep. Students, do you know common earthworms are not used for vermicomposting? Specialized breeds that multiple while living in colonies are used for this. The most common are red wigglers, European night crawlers and African night crawlers. Student, what type of earthworms are used for vermicomposting? Red wigglers, European night crawlers, and African night crawlers. Advantages of vermicompost. Vermicompost provides the essential nutrients such as nitrogen, potassium, and phosphorus for the plant growth. It improves the water holding capacity of the soil and prevents soil erosion. It enhances plant growth, suppresses diseases in plants, increases porosity and improves water retention and aeration. It reduces the need for chemical fertilizers. Okay students, we will meet in the next class. Thank you.